Yesterday of LeBron and his two sons in a gym in New York going through some shooting drills. So, Paul, what did you see here?
I was like, man, that's pretty tough right there, man. You out here doing drills with your son and emulating you and you giving them the game and everything. I thought that was like kind of refreshing, man. I was like, man, if I had some kids or my son was of age and I was still in the league and I got a chance to work out with him and actually, you know, one is going to get drafted tonight and be on the NBA team. Another one, he's one of the top prospects in high school, and I'm getting a chance because usually in the summer, LeBron is with, you know, other guys on his team or other players in the NBA to get to the point to where I play so long now that I can go through my summer and work out with just my kids. That was refreshing, man. I was like, man, that's something I would have loved to do, or if I had that opportunity to do, that's something that's gratifying for him. I know it is.
Yeah, I mean, that everything that Paul is saying is 1,000% correct. I'll say this, though, Skip. It's also a message to the NBA and everybody else that's paying attention. My son could actually play basketball. Okay. Take a look at this. Take a look at him working out with me.
Doing the same drills,
so now,
the same dunks
exactly. So in the minds of the NBA guys that's trying to make a decision on what to do and how to do it and this, that, and the other, this is just a last little sprinkle for y'all just to see what's getting ready to happen here. That's what that is. You know, on top of everything that Paul is saying. I mean, you know, because this is, LeBron had his moment when he got drafted. This is his son's moment in time right now in New York City. They're working out in a local gym there. And so now you sit there and everybody else's eyes is actually watching him right before the draft, 24 hours before the draft. My son, this is what a team is getting ready to get. This is what your city's getting ready to get, a guy who actually can play basketball.
All right. You think he was sending the same message about his second son?
Nah, I mean, it seemed like more of the video is about Bronny.
It is.
You know, but his son is there,
Bryce,
his family's there.
I've always heard Bryce could end up being better than Bronny.
He's taller.
Yeah, he's taller.
Yeah.
You know, he's still developing.
Okay. So the first thing I saw in this video was LeBron going on 40 years of age. He looks sensational to me. He's in sensational shape, and he looks like he could play 3 more years.
Yeah,
right?
easy.
He does. He's moving like he's 28, and yet he is so huge. LeBron is at 6'9", whatever he is, 260-ish, that
Damn,
he is
6'9"?
You know, 6'9". He looks so much taller and bigger than Bronny does. That up against Bronny, it's like shocking to me because Bronny measured without a shoes on 6'1.5". Okay, not that he can't play at 6'1.5". Drew Holiday's 6'4"-ish, I think, something like that. But the point is, it's like he just looms above his son, and yet the other son did catch my eye because he looks like he's going to be a player. And so that's interesting to me that he was included in this and is getting his run on the video. Now, as far as showcasing, it looked like it was me out there guarding them, right? I don't know who that guy is. Well, come on. Like if I'm LeBron, I'm a little embarrassed to post that.
No, but you're not. But you're not asking an NBA player to guard him. What you're asking is somebody just to shadow. All I need you to do is shadow. Same thing in football. If I'm out there running routes, I'm not asking Deion to come out there. I just need Skip Bayless to hang around me just to mirror things. That's all. That's all it is.
The kid was trying his tail off.
Yeah, he just getting in the way. You know, when you see those drills, they got the brooms and all that. That's just to get in the way. Just reaction time, stuff like that.
It don't get no more. Do y'all understand? It don't get no more valuable than this. Your son and your other son who's in high school, your son who's about to go to draft, you working out with your dad who arguably is one of, the greatest player. And this is what y'all doing now every day. Like, you can't help but to get better. You can't help but to get better.
And that's only with LeBron, not including all the other guys that are pros and all-stars and future Hall of Famers or Hall of Famers that they work out with, because they work out with all of them.
Chris Paul, Carmelo, all those.
So you have to take a chance on this kid. Like, he's going to get better. If this is what he's doing every day now, he's flying around the country, New York, wherever they going, Chicago, and they working out, and this is who you practice. So you practice against LeBron every day. So, like think about that, kid. If you if you had ran routes every day against Deion, you can't help but to get better.
Of course, absolutely.
It's like you're playing with, like that's crazy to even think about.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna get better.
I'm not projecting him to be LeBron James.
No.
I think that's what people got to get out of their minds. You cannot project him to be LeBron because he ain't gonna be LeBron. Just not.
Yeah.
His size, nothing he does is gonna be LeBron.
Okay.
But he could be a very good NBA professional basketball player.
The things that come with it, it's how to work, habits,
Yep.
routine, what to eat. You know, all those things come with Bronny James now because he's seen his dad do it. It's beyond the basketball because that's going to take care of his face. It's the preparation. It's the mindset. All those other things he's given him.
Okay. But the one thing that does not translate from any of this video, any of the combine video we see of Bronny is he's got a real feel for the game of basketball because his IQ is in the ballpark with his father's IQ. I promise you, just feel for the game, how it should be played, how it works, anticipation. That's not going to translate. You're going to have to just bet on that.
You know what though, Skip? I look at my own career. You know, I didn't start playing football till my sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
But I watched football my entire life. He's been watching more, like Rachel said yesterday, he's seen more basketball than any prospect in this year's draft.
Yeah.
He's seen way more basketball than him.
He's been sitting around watching it with Chris Paul and Carmelo. And
He's been to games, played it. So he knows the game in and out. He knows what to do.
Okay, up next. How excited will Laker fan Keyshawn be in honor of tonight's NBA draft? I now ask this question. What year had the single greatest draft class ever? Paul, you first.
I look at a lot of these drafts, and obviously you could say, I think we saw Barkley there. I believe he was in the same draft with Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon. It's a lot of top-heavy drafts, Skip, but you know, my recent memory, you can even talk about LeBron and Melo, Wade, and Bosh all in the same draft. But after that, you know, top-heavy, but after that, the one that comes to mind for me is the 96 draft. You have Iverson, number 1, Marcus Camby, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, who was an all-star, Stephon Marbury, all-star, Ray Allen, all-star, Antoine Walker, all-star, Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest, Stojakovic, all-star, Steve Nash, 2-time MVP, Jermaine O'Neal, and then the notable Derek Fisher, who was a spear. He was one of the key components to a 5-time championship team with the Lakers. So when I look at it from top to bottom, this one comes to mind. You're going to say other ones who at the top going to have superstar great players. But when you look at the depth of this draft, I don't think it gets no better. I just remember seeing when I was in college, just looking at the names that was on the cover of the Slam magazine, and I was like, this was all in one draft. These are all franchise players right here, except for the, Derek Fisher, but we all know what he was able to do for the Lakers. So for me, the depth of this team, I'm not sure you could put together a better team of draftees, better than this group right now. But at the top, you're going to have better ones, but just as far as depth of the draft, the 96 drafts is for me.
Yeah, 96 for sure. 1,000%, man.
1,000?
Man, 1,000%. From top to bottom?
Yeah.
And then if you want to get into the accolades and you want to get into all that sort of stuff from top to bottom, because if you're getting ready to try to hit me with the 84 draft, that's Michael Jordan. So don't even go there, Skip. Okay? When you start talking about the accolades, a lot of that top heavy. No, I'm saying top heavy is MJ and then Hakeem, and then everybody, all them Stocktons and Chuck and them. They did what they were supposed to do and become Hall of Famers. But when you start talking about the championships and the MVPs and all that, this 96 class, crazy from top to bottom, man. I mean, when you think about it, Hall of Famers, they even across the board. I'm just going to compare 84 to 96 just because Jordan is 84. They got 4 Hall of Famers, they even. NBA All-Star, all NBA players, 96-7, 84-6, even. All-Star appearances, 1 at 11, 7, 84, even. All-Star players, then MVP players, 3 and 3, because you got to get out. Michael Jordan, you got to move him out of that. You can't. You got to disqualify him. Because, I mean, that's just the reality of it. You got 3 and 3. Total MVPs, 7, which 84 is all-time 96, 4. But when you start getting into numbers, scoring numbers and playoff